Great morning, holy brothers! Thank you so much for joining us on our pathway to peace, inside the ground of peace. If you're following along, we're on the bottom of page 67, and today's lesson is called Gargantuan Guarding. Here we go. Buckle up. So, do not ever be caught off guard. Suppose you've been trying to do every single thing right, like this tzaddik over here. Never messes up. Always on your game. Yeah, you want to show your wife that she's always your top priority in life, your number one highest rung in the ladder. Yet, at a certain moment, you're deeply involved in something. And guess what? She needs you. And what do? You're caught way off guard. You're like literally having your helmet on. You've got the soldering machine and the metal is melting in your hands. So you answer her with a little bit of a slight impatience. And she feels like she's a tiny bit of a nuisance right now. A nuancing nuisance. Because you're in the middle of doing something. Shouldn't she understand? Shouldn't she see? Shouldn't she have a little bit of a brain in her head and understand you're dealing with something that's drastically dangerous right now? And she could wait just a moment till you finish this part and then maybe ask me afterwards. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to recognize the situation and be able to use a little bit of self-awareness right here and right now. From that moment on, consider all your extreme efforts going drip, 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 drip down the drain. Now you have to work triple or quadruple hard just to repair the little bit of damage to give her back the feeling now she's again the first place in priorities. You hear? Any other person who came to you should understand this is not the moment and the time to ask for something. Read the situation around you. Read the room. Understand when to act, what to say, but don't ever apply that to your wife. And God will 100% test you exactly like this. He will find the times when He knows that He's going to be able to get you a little more upset and to push those buttons. You'll specifically be doing it in those types of scenarios just to try to see, okay, in a normal day, in a regular situation, if your wife comes to you when everything is even killed and you got nothing to do and she asks for your time, it's going to be so easy for you to say yes. But when you're under pressure, what are you going to do then? Damage control requires much more time and much more extreme amounts of effort than simply giving her proper attention when she needs it, even if you are busy with something else, no matter how vital it is. As long as one's not deeply internalized the necessity of making her the first place priority in your life, you'll continually be caught off guard in all these types of situations that are going to open up and going to reveal where your priorities are. If you don't have that in your heart, it's going to be shown in some sort of scenario. One cannot put on an act for the long run. You might be able to fake it once, twice, 3 times, but when it comes to stress, something is going to break, something is going to crack, and then it's going to be revealed what was deep down inside you all along. To make a wife feel that she is the top priority, a husband must internalize the absolute necessity of making her feel that way all the time, that she is at that top rung of his ladder. When a husband looks at his watch begrudgingly all the time, that he's to devote every time she asks me something, every time she wants me to do something, every time she wants to stop me and have a conversation, then he's going to end up devoting so much more time, triple, quadruple, to putting out all those fires that he started that have gone on now and burned down all the fields in his town of arguments, of marital crises. When a husband fulfills his wife's requests lovingly, and then he devotes to her the time that she needs, he'll end up with that marital peace that costs so much little and minimal investments of his time. When he's doing it nicely, when he's doing it easily, when he's doing it lovingly, and he's giving her no matter what, because he knows in his heart that he wants to give to her all the time. He knows that he wants to make his wife more important than he is to himself. Whatever he wants to do, he makes her wants before his wants. Whatever he needs to do, he makes her needs before his needs. And then everything else will come so much more smoothly and very easy in his life. But the opposite holds true as well. When a husband fails to fulfill his wife's requests, not does he not do it, but he doesn't do it with alacrity. He doesn't do it with
speed and enthusiasm.
He doesn't do it with ahava, with love. You can do something regularly. You can do something speedily, and then you can do something with a warm, open, whole heart. And guess what? She will feel how you're doing it. Not just that you're doing it, but how you're doing it as well. When a husband fails to do it with love and does it begrudgingly or drags his feet along the way at the time that she needs it done, he will end up with marital hurricanes that are ripping up everything, these tornadoes that will be taking the house out of the ground and dropping it along the way and smashing his home and shattering his home into thousands of pieces. Then we'll have to pick up and try to put all those things back together. You never want to create more work for yourself. Believe me, you'll have more than enough in life. Hashem will bring you tests, will bring you stress. Why create more problems for yourself than you need to be there? It's not worth it, and people hate doing things all over again. You know, like when I made those sheets that are laminated for the Tehillim that I printed out, that everybody likes to use in the morning so they can see it big in front of them and have the English and make it so easy and convenient. I printed them all, I laminated them all, and then I brought them to the shul and we used them, and I realized that the last line on the page was cut off. It didn't get printed because I saved it as a PDF, and then when it went to print, I didn't double check to make sure it was the same as the Word document that I did. I checked it when I made the Word document, it was perfect. But when it converted, the line of the page shifted, and I didn't bother checking when it printed, and then I didn't bother checking after it printed while I was laminated, each and every one of them. It took me so long, and I was finally done. I was like so happy. I'm like, no! It was all for nothing! It missed one line on the page, and the whole thing was useless. Threw them all out, started it all over again. Redid it, reprinted it, relaminated it. I hate doing double work. It's one of my pet peeves, that when I have to do something and do it all over again, I feel like I completely wasted the first time. It bothers me so much. But it's my test. How am I going to react? What kind of emotion is going to come out right now? Thank you, Hashem, for the time that I put in to do it twice, because for some reason, you knew that this would be for my best. Even though I have no flipping clue why it is, but God loves me, and I accept it. Thank you for the opportunity to be able to do it again. Thank you to be able to test my emotions, to test my reactions, to test my feelings, and to make my midos, my character traits, hopefully just a little bit better by doing that. So with your wife, please don't do things that are going to cause you so much more work in the long run, unnecessarily, and also through hardships. Then that damage will require a major investment of more of your time, and I guarantee you more of your money to repair. Whether you have to buy her gifts to try to appease her now, or to try to take yourself to therapy, whatever it might be, I guarantee you it's going to be costing you in the long run. So guard your investments. No woman, no matter who they are, no matter where they are, where they're from, how they were brought up, can ever stand the feeling of being second fiddle. if you're doing stuff that is more important in your eyes, she is going to feel it and she will not like it. I don't care what type of wife you have, what type of woman you tell me about, it will always boil down to this. Even when her husband is devoting his attention to something that's important to her, that she tells you she wants done, that she tells you that she loves, that she tells you she needs, like you making a living. Everybody uses that as an excuse. No. My wife wants me to make money right now. She wants me to be out of the house. She wants me to be closing more deals. She wants me to be making more dough so she can spend with her credit card. As soon as she feels that thing that she told you to do now comes more important and is a higher priority in your life, you are messed the heck up. Even though she told you to do it. She's the one who put you on this task. She's the one who told you to work. She's the one who told you she wants more money. But not at the expense of something that she needs or wants you to do. And she feels that that's more important now than to her herself. Peace in the home will start to disintegrate in front of your eyes. It will fall away between your fingertips. Suppose that a husband is really a good guy and he meets his wife's needs and tries to do every single thing she wants. He's read the book. He's learned the lessons. He's trying to live it, man. But she's still not happy. He's like, I don't get it. I'm doing it, but it's not working. They come to me all the time. It's not working. It doesn't make sense. He does not understand what in the world she wants. In such a case, you can look at with a microscope and try to comb through everything, and he's likely to have flunked her tests when the times were critical. Maybe she asked him for a favor while he's watching the Super Bowl. Once a year, he sits down with all her friends, gets together, has a big party, and she told him he could watch the Super Bowl. She wants to reward him for being such a good boy all the time. And she loves the fact that he's been so nice to her. And guess what? She told him he could do it. He's doing it right now. She knows he's doing it. But guess what? She says, honey, I forgot there's an important phone call we need to make in the middle of the Super Bowl. What are you doing? You told me I could watch this, please. Just give me these few hours with the boys. But no, he inadvertently ignored her. Inadvertently ignored her. We use that all the time. That's all it takes to give her the feeling that she's second place to the Dallas Cowboys, to the Rams, whoever it might be. She cannot stand that. It is going to bother her, fire her up, and infuriate her. Even if she told you you're cool at that time, it does not make any difference. Don't ever say, but honey, didn't you tell me? Didn't you say? Didn't you want? You can never bring up something from the past, even if it's a minute ago, even if it's an hour ago, a week ago. Don't ever say, you told me, but you said. It is guaranteed to fail. No matter what scenario, no matter what time, forget about it. Just focus in the moment on the task at hand that she wants you to do. Pretend she never said it in the first place. That's what you need to imagine. And just remember, she wants to feel at peace. She wants to feel at first place all the time, in every scenario, in every aspect of your life. She needs to feel that love. And with that, have an awesome, graciously amazing rest of your day. Dun, 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 dun.